use my company. So लॉरी जो को देखता है काम इधर से उधर करते हुए एंड देन he is actually satisfied with what the girl has done. तो उसे कहता है कि प्लीज़ आप बैठ जाओ, let me do something to make you happy now. तो इसी बात पे जो कहती है, no, I came to amuse you. Shall I read aloud? And Joe looked affectionately towards some inviting books nearby. Laurie says, thank you, I have read all those, and if you don't mind, I would rather talk, answered Rory. Not a bit. I will talk all day if you will only set me going. Bet says I never know when to stop. Is Bet the rosy one who stays at home? Good deal and sometimes goes out with a little basket? Asks Laurie with interest. Yes, that's Bet. She's my girl, a regular good one. She is. Joe. The pretty one is Meg, and the curly-haired one is Emmy, I believe. How did you find that out? Laurie colored up. Colored up as simply he blushed, but answered frankly, why, you see, I often hear you calling to one another, and when I'm alone up here, I can't help looking over at your house. You always seem to be having such a good time. Let's explain in Hindi. So, कहाँ तक बोला था? या सो बेथ कहती है कि वो लॉरी को खुश करने आई थी ऊपर बिकॉज ही सिक, तो क्या वो बुक्स को पढ़ के सुनाए, बट लॉरी कहता है कि उसने ऑलरेडी चीज़ें पढ़े रखी है. फिर वो कहता है कि रैदर देन रीडिंग बुक्स इज इट ओके इफ वी टॉक. तो जो इज़ लाइक ओके नो इशू. फिर लॉरी कहता है कि जो सबसे सुंदर है वो मैग है, कर्ली हेड वाली एमी है क्या, और जो वो हमेशा घर पे रहती है क्या वो बेथ है. सो जो इज़ एक्चुअली सरप्राइज कि उसको उसके बहनों के बारे में इसको इतना कैसे पता है. सो लॉरी थोड़ा सा शाय होकर कहता है कि जब वो एक दूसरे से बात करते होते हैं तब एक्चुअली लॉरी को क्यूरियोसिटी के कारण उनके घर में झाँकने. तो लॉरी कहता है कि जब वो एक दूसरे से बात कर रहे होते हैं वी कांट हेल्प बट लुक इनटू देयर हाउस, और उसको ऐसा लगता है कि वो सब मिलके कितने अच्छे से रहते हैं. सो नेक्स्ट, आई बेग योर पार्डन फॉर बीइंग सो रूड, but sometimes you forget to put down the curtain at the window where the flowers are, and when the lamps are lighted, it's like looking a picture to see fire, and you are around the table with your mother. Her face is right opposite, and it looks so sweet behind the flowers. I can't help watching it. I haven't got any mother, you know. And Laurie poked the fire to hide a little twitching of the lips that he could not control. तो लॉरी कहता है कि आपके घर के विंडो जब थोड़ा सा कर्टन ओपन होता है तो मेरा ध्यान वहाँ जाता है, एंड इट फील्स लाइक अ वेरी गुड पिक्चर कि आपकी माँ, आपके चारों बहनें, आप डिनर टेबल पे सारे बैठे हुए होते हो, बहुत अच्छा लगता है. एंड वो कहता है कि यू नो जो आई डोंट हैव अ मदर राइट. सो ही स्टार्ट्स गोइंग इनटू सर्टेन काइंड ऑफ थॉट्स. The solitary hunger look in his eyes went straight to Joe's warm heart. She had been so simply taught that there was no nonsense in her head, and at 15 she was innocent and frank as any child. Laurie was sick and lonely, and feeling how rich she was in home and happiness, she gladly tried to share it with him. Her face was very friendly and her sharp voice unusually gentle as she said, we will never draw that curtains anymore, and I give you leave to look as much as you like. I just wish, though, instead of peeping, you could come over and see us. Mother is so splendid. She would do you heaps of good, and and Beth would sing to you if I begged her to, and Emmy would dance, Meg and I would make you laugh for our funny stage properties, and we would have jolly times. Wouldn't your grandpa let you? I think he would, if your mother asked him. He is very kind, though he does not look so, and he lets me do what I like pretty much. Only he is afraid I might be a bother to strangers, began Laurie, brightening more and more. The guy is getting very comfortable. Joe says, we are not strangers, we are neighbors, and you needn't think you would be a bother. We want to know you, and I have been trying to do it this ever long. We haven't been here a great while, but we have got acquainted with all our neighbors but you. You see, Grandpa lives among his books and doesn't mind much what happens outside. Mr. Brooke, my tutor, doesn't stay here, and I have no one to go about with me, so I just stop at home and get on as I can. So जब लॉरी कहता है कि वो उनके घर में जाके देखता है, जो उसे रॉन्ग वे में नहीं लेती. वो बोलती है कि उसकी जो फैमिली रिचनेस है, मतलब रिचनेस इन द टर्म ऑफ होम बीइंग वेरी होमली और हैप्पीली वो सारे रहते हैं साथ में, तो वो डिसाइड करती है कि वो लड़की के साथ शेयर करेगी. तो वो कहती है कि शी अलाउज हिम टू लुक फ्रॉम द कर्टन, एंड रादर देन जस्ट लुकिंग वो कहती है कि लॉरी वाई डोंट यू कम ओवर, तुम भी आ जाओ, मेरी माँ बहुत अच्छी है, आई एंड माई सिस्टर्स कैन एंटरटेन यू. तो वो कहता है कि वाई नॉट, इफ़ योर मदर आस्क्स माई ग्रैंडफादर, मैं आ सकता हूँ। तो जो कहती है हम यहाँ आके ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं हुआ है, बट वी आर फेमिलियर विद अदर नेबर्स, बट वी आर नॉट दैट फेमिलियर विद यू। तो लॉरी बताता है कि वो अकेले क्यों है, उसके ग्रैंडफा ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टेड नहीं है कि आजू बाजू क्या होता है, सो वो घर पे बैठा रहता है। दैट्स इट, लेट्स कंटिन्यू. That's bad. You ought to make an effort to go visiting everywhere you are asked. Then you will have plenty of friends and pleasant places to go. Never mind being bashful. It won't last long if you keep going. वो कहती है कि तुमको बाहर जाना चाहिए, नए लोगों से मिलना चाहिए, दोस्त बनानी चाहिए, और ये शाइनेस जो है वो ज़्यादा देर नहीं टिकेगा. Once you start doing it, you will feel comfortable about it. Lottie turned red again, but wasn't offended at being accused of bashfulness. For there was so much goodwill in Jo, it was impossible not to take her blunt speeches as kindly as they were. लॉरी ये गलत अंदाज में नहीं लेता है, क्योंकि जो इतने अच्छे से सारी चीज़ें कह रही होती है. Do you like your school? Asked the boy, changing the subject after a little pause, during which she stared at fire and Jo looked about her, well pleased. Don't go to school. I'm a businessman girl. I mean, I go to wait on my great aunt and a dear, cross old soul she is too, answered Jo. तो टॉपिक चेंज करने के लिए लॉरी सेस, क्या तुम स्कूल जाती हो? जो सेस कि नहीं, वो नहीं जाती, वो अपने ग्रेट आंट के यहाँ टाइप ऑफ सर्विस टू वेट ऑन, मतलब टू अटेंड समवन और सर्व देम, तो उसको हेल्प करती है. Laurie opened his mouth to ask another question, but remembering just in time that it wasn't manners to make too many inquiries into people's affairs, he shut it again and looked uncomfortable. Joe liked his God reading and didn't mind having a laugh at Aunt Madge, so she gave him a lively description of the fidgety old lady, her fat poodle, the parrot that talks Spanish, and the library where she revealed. Laurie enjoyed that immensely, and when she told about the prime old gentleman who came across to woo Aunt March, and in the middle of a fine speech, how Paul had tweaked his wig off to his great dismay, the boy lay back and laughed till the tears ran down his cheeks. Anna Maid popped her head in to see what was the matter. So, लॉरी अनकम्फर्टेबल फील करता है कि वो उसके बारे में कहीं ज़्यादा ना पूछ ले, बिकॉज दिस इज़ नॉट गुड मैनर्स कि आप किसी के पर्सनल लाइफ में ज़्यादा डिंगिंग कर रहे हो, दैट टू ऑन द फर्स्ट मीट. सो ये देखती है जो, और वो समझती है. देन शी गोज़ ऑन टॉकिंग अबाउट कि वो बूढ़ी औरत और उसको शादी के लिए पूछने आने वाला अंकल, उसके साथ क्या हुआ, उसकी विग गिर गई एंड ऑल. सो लॉरी लाफ्स अ लॉट एंड हैज़ अ गुड टाइम. Oh, that does me no end of good. Tell on, please, he said, taking his face out of the sofa cushion, red and shining with merriment. Much elated with her success, Jo did tell on, all about their plays and plans, their hopes and fears for father, and the most interesting events of the little world in which the sisters lived. Then they got to talking about books, and to Jo's delight, she found that Laurie loved them as well as she did, and had read even more than herself. तो जो बताते जाती है कि उसके बहन, उसके पापा के बारे में और उसके बहनों के बारे में, लॉरी इज़ वेरी हैप्पी टू लिसन अबाउट एवरीथिंग. If you like them so much, come down and see us. Grandfather is out, so you needn't be afraid, said Laurie, getting up. I'm not afraid of anything, returned Joe with a toss of the head. I don't believe you are, exclaimed the boy, looking at much admiration, though he privately thought she would have a good reason to be a trifle afraid of the old gentleman if she met him in some of his moods. The atmosphere of the whole house being some alike, Laurie led the way from room to room, letting Joe stop to examine whatever struck her fancy. And so, at the last, they came to the library, where she clapped her hands and pranced to walk with exaggerated almond-like movement, just like a child does. As she always did, when especially delighted was Joe. It was lined with books, and there were pictures and statues and distracting little cabinets full of coins and curiosities and sleepy hollow chairs and queer tables and bronze, and best of all, a great open fireplace with wine tiles all around it. What richness, sighed Joe, sinking into the deep of a velour chair, gazing about her with an air of intense satisfaction. Theodore Lawrence, you ought to be the happiest boy in the world, she added impressively. A fellow can't live in books, said Laurie, shaking his head as he perched on table opposite. Before he could say any more, a bell rang, and Joe flew up, exclaiming with alarm, Mercy me, it's your grandpa. Well, what if it is? You're not afraid of anything, returned the boy looking wicked. I think I am a little bit afraid of him, but I don't know why I should be. Marmy said I might come, and I don't think you are any the worse for it, said Jo, composing herself, though she kept her eyes on the door. तो यहाँ पे क्या होता है वो दोनों लाइब्रेरी की तरफ जाते हैं एंड जो सेज दैट आई एम नॉट अफ्रेड ऑफ मिस्टर लॉरेंस द ग्रैंडफादर फिर उनकी बातें चलती है उसके बाद एक बेल बजती है एंड जो गेट्स अ लिटिल स्केयर्ड थिंकिंग दैट इट इज उसके ग्रैंडफादर सो लेट्स कंटिन्यू I am a great deal better for it, and even so much obliged. I am only afraid you are very tired of talking to me. It was so pleasant I couldn't bear to stop, said Laurie gratefully. The doctor to see you, sir, and the maid beckoned as she spoke. Would you mind if I let you for a minute? I suppose I must see him, said Laurie. Don't mind me. I'm happy as cricket here, answered Joe. Laurie went away, and his guest amused herself in her own way. She was standing before a fine portrait of old man when the door opened again, and without turning, she said decidedly, I'm sure now that I shouldn't be afraid of him, for he has got kind eyes. Though his mouth is grim and he looks as if he had a tremendous will of his own, he isn't as handsome as my grandfather, but I like him. Thank you, ma'am, a gruff old voice behind her, and there, to her great dismay, stood old Mr. Lawrence. Poor Jo blushed till she couldn't blush any redder, and her heart began to beat uncomfortably fast as she thought what she had said. For a minute, a wild desire to run away possessed her, but that was cowardly, and the girls would laugh at her. So she resolved to stay and get out the scrape as she could. A second look showed her that the living eyes under the bushy eyebrows were kinder even than the painted ones, and there was a shy, slight twinkle in them which lessened her fear a good deal. The gruffy voice was gruffer than ever, as the old man said abruptly after a dreadful pause. So, you are not afraid of me, eh? Not much, sir. And you don't think me as handsome as your grandfather? Not quite, sir. And I have got a tremendous will, have I? I only said I thought so. But you like me in spite of it? Yes, I do, sir. That answer pleased the old gentleman. He gave a short laugh, shook hands with her, and putting his finger under her chin, turned up her face, examined it gravely, and let it go, saying with a nod, You have got your grandfather's spirit, but if you haven't his face. He was a fine man, my dear. But what is better, he was a brave and an honest one, and I was proud to be his friend. Thank you, sir. And Jo was quite comfortable after that, for it suited her exactly. What have you been doing to this point of mine? Hey, was the next question sharply put. Only trying to be neighborly, sir. And Jo told how her visit came about. You think he needs cheering up a bit, do you? Yes, sir. He seems a little lonely, and young folks would do him good, perhaps. We are only girls, but we should be glad to help if we could. For me, don't forget the splendid Christmas present you sent us, said Jo eagerly. Tut, tut, tut. That was the boy's affair. How was the poor woman? Doing nicely, sir. And off went to Jo, talking very fast as she told about all the Hummels in whom um as she told about all the Hummels in whom her mother had interested richer friends than they were. Just her father's way of doing good. I shall come and see your mother some fine day. Tell her so. There's the tea bell. We have it early on the boys' account. Come down and go on being neighborly. If you like to have me so, shouldn't ask if I don't. And Mr. Lawrence offered her his arm with old-fashioned courtesy. What would Meg say to this, thought Jo, as she was marched away, while her eyes danced with fun as she imagined herself telling the story at home. So, what happened is, कि लॉरी गया डॉक्टर को देखने and when the door opened, Jo thought it was Laurie, but it was his grandfather. तो उसने बोला कि आई एम नॉट स्कैर्ड ऑफ योर ग्रैंडफादर, वाई शुड बी आई? वो दिखने में तो काइंड लगते हैं, सो आई विल नॉट बी स्कैर्ड ऑफ हिम, बट व्हेन शी टर्न्स अराउंड शी सीज कि इट्स द ग्रैंडफादर हिमसेल्फ. तो वो थोड़ा शक होती है, पर वो दादाजी जो होते हैं वो कहते हैं कि तुम मेरे बारे में ऐसा सोचती हो, वैसा सोचती हूँ, एंड स्टे यू लाइक मी, आई एम अ फ्रेंड ऑफ योर ग्रैंडफादर. ऐसे ऐसे उनका कन्वर्सेशन चलता है. और फिर वो जो कहती है कि आपने बहुत अच्छा क्रिसमस प्रेजेंट बेचा था, सो आई थॉट वाई शुड आपने बहुत अच्छा क्रिसमस प्रेजेंट बेचा था, सो आई वॉज ट्राइंग टू फाइंड अ वे टू हेल्प यू आउट एज वेल, एंड आई फील लाइक द बॉय इज़ वेरी लोनली. तो फिर टी की घंटी बजती है और दोनों नीचे जाते हैं, एंड जो इज़ वंडरिंग अबाउट हाउ शी विल टेल दिस एंटायर थिंग टू हर फैमिली. तो आई होप यू लाइक इट.